Alrighty now. Hey, welcome everybody. My name is Gregory Mascari up here in beautiful Bozeman, Montana, and I'm excited to welcome you to our Power the Patch presentation. And tonight we're going to talk about our breakthrough in affordable, wearable light technology. So get out your pads and papers. You might want to take some notes. We've got some exciting information for you to share with you tonight. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions or just make a couple of statements I think we can all agree on. And number one, health certainly is our greatest wealth. Health and wealth kind of go hand in hand. You lose one, you kind of lose the other. But, health is a driving force. I'd rather be healthy than wealthy. Actually, I'd rather be both. But if I had to give up one, I'd give up all my wealth to maintain my health. And the other one is, number two, I think we can all agree the symptoms of aging and disease are just not fun. I'm moving on into my golden years, or maybe it's my gray years, I'm not sure, but I'm 73 years old and I felt some of the symptoms of aging creeping on. And, whether it's, dental issues, brain fog, joint mobility, maybe it's those fine lines and wrinkles, maybe it's cardiovascular, or who knows what else it might be. But certainly, we're excited to have some news for you tonight that can make a difference in those symptoms of aging and disease. So, remember when you could work all day and party all night? I certainly do, but as the old song goes, those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. But as we move on in the years, they kind of do, and we need a little bit more sleep and a little bit more recovery time. So that's because the older you get, the faster you age and the slower you heal. Neither of those things are very cool to me, but it's due to a natural decline in our body's number one repair system, stem cells. In fact, by age 30, they've decreased by about 50%. And by the time you get 60, only a small percentage remains. And that can be a problem, and that's why a young lad falls down, skins his knee. 3 days later, the scab falls off. Grandma falls down, skins her knee, breaks her hip, and she's lucky if it ever heals. So I finally figured out what I want to be when I get older. And I'm sure you can relate to this, at least some of you can. I want to be younger. Age is a feeling, not a number. And I just want to feel younger longer. So let me ask you now two personal questions. If you could change one thing in your health, or maybe to help someone you love and care for, what would it be? And number two, what impact would reducing or eliminating that issue that you have, or maybe someone you love and care for has, what impact would that have on their quality of life? Okay. And I just want to give a general disclaimer. Our LifeWave products are not designed, intended to heal, treat, cure, diagnose any disease. They do, however, help our bodies get back into a more healthy, regenerative mode. And many times, wonderful things then begin to start happening. So let me ask you, if I could show you a safe and affordable way to change the trajectory of your aging so you could look, feel, and live younger longer, would you be interested? And usually the resounding answer is yes. So we've got good news because our X39 wearable light technology patch is truly a historical breakthrough in holistic wellness. Excuse me. It's a new patented, inexpensive wearable patch, affordable, safe, non-invasive. It's totally drug-free, non-transdermal, and it's a unique form of phototherapy, which uses very specific frequencies of light to increase and improve our health and wellness, while at the same time supporting your body's natural innate ability to heal itself. So I'd like to show you a short little video that kind of sets the stage for LifeWave and this amazing historical breakthrough of X39.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHKCU, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that could support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Be the light with LifeWave. Let me dig in a little further with you and talk about the power of the patch and how this breakthrough technology actually works. It's based on the science of photobiomodulation. It's kind of a mouthful, but LifeWave patches contain very specific combinations of organic materials and nanocrystals, and when they're applied or near our body, they're actually activated by the infrared body heat emanating from our body or the light emanating from our body, and they then absorb that energy and emit very specific wavelengths of light that simulate targeted and beneficial biochemical responses within our body. This is the science of and scientific basis of our LifeWave phototherapy patches, and we're very excited to share it with you here tonight. And this was the brainchild of our visionary founder and CEO, David Schmidt. And David's not only a brilliant scientist and researcher, he's a genius inventor with over 200 patents. He's been on the leading edge of phototherapy research and science for over 24 years, and he's already conducted over 90 clinical studies proving the efficacy of our LifeWave phototherapy products. So I've got a short little video clip that I'm going to share with you about David Schmidt.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. There is more information there than most people would ever realize. I was 8 years old, and my parents wanted to take me to the workshop of Thomas Edison. On the drive back home, I said to my dad, I want to be an inventor. Light, as it turns out, is the primary control mechanism for everything else that happens in the body. What if we could have an external electromagnetic field that would essentially reset the stem cells that are already in our bodies and get them to function like younger, healthier cells? What if in the process we actually found out that in a book that was written thousands of years ago, that information already existed? God has left his fingerprint in natural design, and that blueprint shows up in nature. The mathematical codes are identical. The implications to this are absolutely extraordinary. What drives me is that there's this enormous sense of hope that we can create technology to generate clean energy, that we can have foods that aren't genetically modified, and we can meet all of the needs on the planet that we have to, and that we can heal people.
Wow. And that is our visionary founder and CEO, David Schmidt, an amazing individual. And he's the founder of LifeWave, which was started 20 years ago as a pioneer in life science technologies. And this amazing life-enhancing technology of our patches was originally developed back in the year 2000 by David under a contract for U.S. Navy SEALs to create a technology that would increase their battle-ready strength, stamina, and performance without the use of drugs, stimulants, or caffeine. And the LifeWave energy patch technology was developed. Now, in 2004, David founded Lifewave as a company to bring this amazing technology to the masses. And since then, amazing things have been happening. We set up international manufacturing and distribution and IT in Ireland. We now distribute to over 80 countries from 16 global distribution centers. And in the third quarter of 2024, we opened our brand new global headquarters in Draper, Utah, USA. And at our global headquarters is a state-of-the-art space-age welcome center, actually designed by one of the set designers of Star Trek. So you'll have to stop by and see it someday. But later on in our presentation, that I'm going to show you a short little video clip of that welcome center. So our focus for the last 15 years has been in the field of anti-aging and, if you will, actually regenerative science. And LifeWave X39 was born back in the latter part of 2019 as the holy grail of health, healing, and regeneration, and truly a historic and affordable breakthrough in wellness technology. We're actually doing what the multi-billion-dollar companies and big pharma have not been able to do, and that is when used in conjunction with proper nutrition and hydration. You got to have the raw materials in there for your body to properly function. But with the right nutrition and hydration, X39 has been scientifically, clinically, and field tested, proven to activate a very specific copper peptide that supports and enhances stem cell activity, plus a whole rash of other benefits like increasing gene expression towards a younger and more vibrant you. And yes, we have patents. Yes, we have clinical studies. Yes, we have field results proving that LifeWave is actually turning back your biological clock, helping people of all ages to look, feel, perform, and live younger longer. And this is very, very exciting news to millions of people around the world. So let's talk about some of the benefits you can experience using the X39 patch. And the first is energy. And certainly energy is the currency of life. And using X39 daily leads to an increase in cellular energy. You'll probably feel that from the very first day. And how about better sleep? We hear constant remarks from people that just start on the X39 that, man, I had the best night's sleep in a long time. And so using X39 daily leads to an improvement in the quality and quantity of sleep that you're getting. How about sports performance? Using X39 improves both sports performance and drastically reduces recovery after exercise. I don't care if you're a weekend warrior or professional athlete. Some X39 users over the age of 50 have reported feeling stronger and more fit than they did back in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, okay? So our patches are now used by pro and amateur athletes all around the world in almost every sport. The media has begun to notice, and you know what? You might too, if you look at some of your favorite athletes and Olympians and you see these auspicious little white patches on their body, that's LifeWave. And they don't talk a lot about it because it's, for many of them, it's their secret weapon. But we have entire sports team. Michael Phelps' entire team used our LifeWave patches. Serena Williams and David Beckham, and I could go on and on with major internationally renowned athletes that use the LifeWave technology. How about pain reduction? Most people notice a reduction of pain within a few minutes of application, and truly the pain relieving benefits of X39 have to be experienced to be believed. And what about brain health? You know, the older we get, the more interest we are in maintaining our brain health, and many report improved memory, focus, and cognitive function. And we've got detailed clinical studies proving that that is actually happening with prolonged use of the X39. Wound healing is another big benefit, and X39 actually helps support the body's natural wound healing process. And we hear people that have major and minor, owies, accidents, cuts, burns, or major and minor surgical procedures freaking the doctors and nurses out because of the rapidity of their healing process, sometimes cutting healing time in half. Now, wrinkle reduction. This is one my wife really loves. She says she's not afraid of the magnifying mirror so much anymore, but we encourage new people using the products to take pictures. And this is very noticeable over an 8 to 12 week period. Sorry, unlike pain reduction, it happens maybe within minutes. It takes a little longer to get that collagen up and see a reduction in those fine lines and wrinkles, but it does happen. We're going to show you some pictures in just a couple of minutes. How about scar reduction? This is a phenomenon called remodeling, which reduces the appearance of scars. And take before and after pictures, and you'll be delighted what you see. And here's some pictures of people using the products. The lady up in the upper left-hand corner, after only 4 months, she looks like she's transformed into her daughter. And the gal in the bottom left, after 9 months, Kamei, not only looks 15 years younger, but she's ditched a half a dozen pharmaceutical drugs she was on. In the top right-hand corner, that lad had a snowboarding accident. He looked pretty bad on day one, and his mom started patching him up with the X39. By day 5, when he had to go in for a job interview, you could barely tell he had the problem. And the gal in the middle, in the top, you can see after day 1, day 42, day 355, after the first year, dramatic difference. The last picture on the right, that's after 2 years. She keeps growing younger. 2 years later, she's younger than she was 2 years before. In the bottom right-hand corner, this gentleman fell through the ceiling, broke 6 ribs, punctured his lung, wasn't feeling too good, wasn't looking too good. That happened on June 17th. You can see the black and blue, the swelling and the inflammation. June 23rd, just 6 days later, he's seeing it's pretty rapidly reducing. By June 30th, you can't see the bruise anymore. And the doctor said it's going to be 6 weeks before you go back to work. And he was back at work in 3 weeks, cut his, time off work in half. The lady in the middle, Karen, this is an amazing. I'm going to show another slide about Karen. She actually had some radiation treatments on her face. And and she didn't look good 4 days later on June 10th after 4 days, or June 17th, after 13 days. June 23rd, a little less than 3 weeks later, she's still, you can still see where she had that, the treatments done. You'll be amazed when you see her on June 30th, which is like 24 days later, and you can't even tell she had the process. So we're very excited and very proud of the results people are getting with our products. Now, another phenomena is hair growth, and lots of people have report many users have experienced an increase in the quality, quantity, and speed of their hair growth. Some are even getting their old original colors back. So the bottom line is youth renewal. The result is a better, healthier, and more vibrant you to enjoy with your friends, your family, your loved ones. It's not the number of candles on the cake, it's how you feel about the aging process. So I'm going to play just a few short testimonials just so you can see what people are saying about X39.
X39 has really changed my life. I'm not stuck at home in pain in bed. I'm out here with my friends and enjoying my family.
Big thank you to Lifeway for helping me, helping my family, and helping the 100 people now in our team who are using Lifeway daily and their families. Big thank you. Love the products.
And I have energy through the roof.
I sleep better. I have so much more energy.
Throughout the day, I can focus better. I can concentrate in my work.
Our church worship service lasts 45 minutes. For the last 2 years, I've not been able to stand that long. 2.5 weeks into wearing the X39 patch, the pastor said, "You can now be seated." It dawned on me at that moment that, my goodness, I've been standing this whole time, didn't realize it.
After starting using the technology for approximately 2 weeks, my pain completely disappeared.
32 years of pain gone in 3 days.
I just love the products. They just help me to feel younger and younger year after year.
Thank God for X39.
My skin become younger, softer, firmer.
It's been really amazing.
I love X39 because it really helped reduce the inflammation in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
Right. Right. So it's not just what people are saying, it's what doctors are saying. And I'm proud to tell you, we have hundreds and thousands of health practitioners of all persuasions, of all disciplines, all over the world using our products in their own family, in their own body, and with their patients. We have 2 of those folks on the phone here, on the Zoom here with us tonight. And the first one I introduce is Michelle Niels from up in Colorado. And she was a registered nurse and then moved into the field of energy work and body work, and now has incorporated the LifeWave technologies into her practice. So I'm going to turn the next part over to you, Michelle. I'm going to leave it to you to introduce our other special guest practitioner.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Gregory. Oh, thank you for the beautiful introduction. We are so excited about this technology, aren't we? So it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Barbara Jennings. Dr. Barbara has been 16 years in practice as a chiropractor and a functional medicine doctor. And wait a minute, you've got to just take a pause because I'm going to tell you everything that she specializes in. She specializes in thyroid, autoimmune, hormone issues, gut issues, and detox. There's probably even something there that I forgot, but drbarbarajennings.com if you want to look her up. And Barbara has been a friend of mine for quite a number of years. And I know how long she's been on the patches because I introduced her shortly after I began in 2019. So welcome, Dr. Barbara. Looking forward to having a little chat with you.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Good.
Happy to be
Yay. So, so Barbara, who can benefit from using these patches?
Pretty much everybody. Everybody could benefit from using these patches.
Yes, okay. We kind of know that, but there's a lot of people on the call that didn't know that. So tell us a little bit more. Even someone who's, let's say, taking medications or maybe has a medical condition or a young person or a very old person.
Mm-hmm. I have seen a lot of questions from people who don't really know how to think differently than through the lens of prescription medications. And so they're concerned about using patches, is it going to interact with something? Is it going, am I going to get too much of it? Should I, questions like that you would think of for a medication. But these are totally different. They're not transdermal, right? We're not taking in anything. We are just, we're having light reflected and stimulating our skin. So, I love these patches because they just really optimize your body. The light stimulates your body to do what it already knows how to do, what it already can do, what it's supposed to be doing. It just helps us do it better. And so there's no interaction with medications. That's not a concern for anybody.
Yay. Yay. Yes, that's beautiful. And how does someone, let's just go to basics, so how does someone who's getting started get the most benefit from using the X39?
It's really easy to get a good benefit from using these because
yeah, easy.
What you need to do is very simple. Number one is wear them regularly, right? Wear them every day. Wear one every 12 hours and take a break for 12 hours, right? So to prevent our bodies from adapting to it and keep them fully or maximally effective, we wear them for 12 hours, take a break for 12 hours. And it doesn't really matter if you wear them day or night. So that's number one. Number two is drink enough water, be well hydrated. And that's true of pretty much any and every function of the body. Everything is going to work best if you're well hydrated. And
so in a lot of our calls, Dr. Barbara, people are like, okay, how much water? How much is enough? Right?
Right. So a general rule of thumb is how many pounds do you weigh? Cut that in half and drink that many ounces. And then I like to say plus 8 to 10 more.
Okay.
Usually we need a little bit more.
A little more than half our body weight.
Right. And if you're active and if it's hot weather, then for sure you probably want a little bit more than that. But there's, okay, so we've got wear them and be well hydrated. Okay, so let's just talk about hydration for a second.
Yes.
Because hydration is not only about how many ounces of water you're drinking. right? Because I have seen, I mean, I've seen people who literally are drinking a gallon of water, maybe even more per day, and they're still thirsty. And I do a body composition scan on them, and their cells are dehydrated.
Let me share my story. Remember when I was doing a cleanse and I said, Dr. Barbara, can I come in and check my hydration? And I am one of I easily drink half my body weight in ounces per day, probably a lot more. And I came out and you said, you're showing that you're a little dehydrated. And so what did we do, Dr. Barbara? And
Right, right.
what
And you
would
were
benefit?
shocked. You were
I was
shocked.
shocked.
You wanted to
What?
argue with me. Yeah.
No, I can't be.
Are you serious? It's because half of hydration is drinking water, and the other half is being able to absorb that water into your cells. And that is what minerals do for you, or electrolytes. Same thing. So it's vitally important that you take in enough minerals. Most people, I'm telling you, almost everybody, we do not get enough from our food. So it probably needs to be supplemented in some way, or, in some way, whether you take a pill or a liquid version, or Celergize now we have, which is great. So one thing that I have found is, as I've worked with people, they'll come in, their cells are really dehydrated, and they get swollen ankles, swollen feet towards the end of the day. And they're still drinking plenty of water. They're drinking enough water, and they're dehydrated, and they get swollen feet and ankles. And then I have them increase their minerals a lot. And within 2 to 4 weeks, the swollen ankles and feet are gone, and their cell hydration is going up. And that's because if you're drinking lots of water, but your cells can't suck it up, right? They can't absorb that water. That water is subject to gravity, and it's going to sink in your body, and you're going to have swollen ankles and feet. But when you improve the minerals content and the hydration of your cells, their ability to hydrate, that will often resolve itself. And your patches will work better for you.
Yes, yes. And isn't our hydration status related to our biological age?
Oh, yes, very much. Very
Very
closely.
much, right?
Yep.
Because you think of a baby or a young child, they're mostly water, right? They're doing great. We kind of dehydrate. We, turn into prunes as we
Yeah,
get
it's
older.
true. I'll do it. Teenagers in a body composition will be in the 70, maybe around 80%. And I have seen so many adults who are as low as in the 30%, which is severely
Yes,
dehydrated.
yes. So tell us about some of the benefits that people might experience with the X39. Let's talk about benefits to the people that are listening that are maybe new here.
Well, benefits 639 are vast, really, because it's the patch is going to increase, it will increase your glutathione production somewhat, and that's a major antioxidant for your body, very necessary for helping your cells detox and stay clean. It helps with inflammation, but also, the light frequency stimulates our body's production of this GHK copper peptide, so we're going to make more collagen. And collagen is everywhere. Your arteries and veins are made of collagen. Your muscles, your tendons, your ligaments, your bones, your hair, your skin. We've got collagen everywhere. And then, of course, the really exciting thing about these patches is that it can activate our stem cells. And when you combine more collagen and stem cell activity, that's when we really can enhance our body's ability to repair and to heal. So whatever part of the body needs to heal and repair, you're going to be able to do it better. So I see pretty consistently patients, whether they have an injury or a surgery, they'll heal in about 2/3 the expected time.
Okay. And that will lead us into the last thing I would like to ask you, Dr. Barbara, which when you shared this story with me, my jaw was on my knees. So you have many stories. And in the interest of time, I asked you to earlier when we spoke, let's share one that is just incredible. And it's a friend of yours that you helped with the patches. So please share this very exciting story about
Yeah.
basically a life and death situation.
It really was. Yes. She's given me permission to share the story. Her name's Kathy. So she was in complete liver failure. She was she was pretty close to dying. She was very, very ill, very yellow, very jaundiced, very tired, profound brain fog. Her liver wasn't working. And she was hoping to get on the transplant list. And at the beginning, she was too ill to even be accepted onto the list because she wouldn't be a successful surgery. So I said, well, I have these patches and they won't interact with any of the medications you're on. So I had her use the X39, the Eon patch, and the glutathione patch. And she put Eon and glutathione right on her liver. And they did help her improve somewhat. She improved enough to get onto the transplant list. And by the time she got the call for the surgery, it was about 8 months that she had been using X39. She wasn't, perfectly regular in using them every single day, but she, more often than not, she was wearing it. So she had about 8 months of time for that X39 to be working. And I love this so much because even though her liver was not working, you don't have to have a healthy liver for X39 to still work for you. Even if you have a body part missing, if you have a body part that is sick and broken, these patches will still work for you because the stem cell activation happens everywhere.
Yeah.
So she had 8 months of building up stem cell activity. Then she had her surgery, and X39 isn't really recommended post-surgery because of the immune system enhancements help that it is. So I'm like, once your surgery, you're probably not going to use X39 anymore. Anyway, so she had the surgery. They told her to expect 12 to 15 days in the hospital. Well, she was released on day 9, which set a record. She's the earliest release ever in Denver after a liver transplant because she recovered so well. And fast forward 6 months, at her 6-month checkup, they told her scar looked so good, it looked like a 12-month scar.
Oh my word.
And still to this day, she's doing great.
She's doing
doing really well.
Yeah. It was really
3.5 years ago.
Yeah. Truly a life-changing event for her. She might
Yes.
not have made it. That's just beautiful. Well, thank you. And Gregory, welcome back.
Oh, thank you,
quite-
Dr. Barbara. Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
I know, like you, Robin and I, my wife and I, wake up every morning, know we're going to hear more miracle stories. And I'm sure you both hear them a lot because in using them in your practice with your patients. So thanks so much for sharing tonight. And I'll wrap it up and just talk a little bit more about LifeWave and where we're going and the opportunity to share the good news about X39. So this next graph I'm going to show you shows what's happened with us in the last 6 years since the launch of X39 in January 2019. And LifeWave has actually grown over 3,000% since then. We're now the #1 growth company in network marketing. And we're really a new rising star in the $8 trillion longevity and wellness industry. So I mentioned our new corporate headquarters and I mentioned our welcome center. I'm going to play a short little 60-second video clip of people going through the welcome center for the first time.
Hey, let's go.
Well, hi there, and welcome to LifeWave's global headquarters.
世界中の南極マンモの人々にとってライフウェブは希望を象徴し、真実と光の灯台を象徴しています。
It's one of those things where you have to be there to understand the magnitude of what you experience when you walk in.
It literally is giving me goosebumps.
Like, it's just mesmerizing.
All I can say is, wow.
You felt like you were on a journey in outer space, just simply amazing.
What an incredible, breathtaking experience.
I cannot believe what I saw, but I saw it.
Whoever you bring here, they will be sold.
The genius and the vision and the work that went into this was absolutely amazing.
It's just honestly mind-blowing to see the technology, the evolution of this company.
The sky's the limit. That's all I can say.
I'm just speechless. It was so beautiful. I don't even know what to say.
This is the most exciting, jaw-dropping presentation I've ever experienced.
Well, if you're ever in Salt Lake, we're only about 15 miles south of Salt Lake and Draper, and we invite you to call and make a reservation, but to come visit our Welcome Center. Now I'd like to talk about the opportunity of sharing the good news about LifeWave and the X39. This is a great plan B in the gig economy. We need help getting the word out on our patented exclusive products. There is no competition. Everything is unique and exclusive to us. We have a very simple, duplicatable success system, free websites, training and support, a very low cost of entry, and the satisfaction of being rewarded for making a difference in people's lives and their health. And we have a simple and generous compensation plan that generously pays out about 50% of all sales to our brand partners instead of sending it off to Wall Street or Madison Avenue. So 3 ways to get started. A good way to get started is just to get started with X39. You can buy a 1-month supply for only $149.95, like the cost of a latte a day, and start experiencing major benefits: pain relief, inflammation reduction, wound healing support, energy, vitality, mental clarity, enhanced sports performance, faster recovery from exercise, and the list goes on and on and on. So that's a good way to get started. But someone once told me friends don't let friends buy retail. So a better way to get started would become a preferred customer. And for you can get a 33% discount, get a month's supply for $99.95, save $50 on a month's supply. Now it's just merely like a cup of coffee a day. And all you need to do is get our monthly auto ship subscription. No long-term commitment required. And it's all backed by a 90-day first order money-back guarantee. Now, the best way to get started, the way my wife and I got started and some of our best friends and brand partners got started, is a brand partner where we get paid for sharing. You can earn a part-time, supplementary, or full-time replacement income. We earn generous rewards from our personal and team efforts. We get paid weekly, and we have 3 brand partner starter kits available to choose from. and they all come with a risk-free 90-day money-back guarantee. So we have kind of a good, better, best on the starter kits, the core, advanced, and premium. And with each of these, you actually get a discount below wholesale, and you get a progressive discount. The bigger the pack you get, the greater discount. If you look over at the premium pack, you save $249 over wholesale, $1,250 over retail. So it's easy to sell that product and get your money back. And I don't know where you can start a business for $295 to $1,750 with all the support with a technologically advanced product like LifeWave. So right time, right product, right company, and yes, an empowered life is closer than you think. And this little short video is kind of a capstone on the pyramid here tonight for you.
A life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake. You've never moved like this before. With the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science. At longevity. At exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being from the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave.
Beautiful. Be the light with LifeWave. I want to say in conclusion, LifeWave's been an answer to a prayer from my wife, Robin, and I. Every day we hear miracle stories. Every day we're enhancing and changing lives. And every day we and thousands of others all around the world are enjoying the blessings of health, vitality, lifestyle, community, and financial freedom. So I invite you to get back with the person who invited you here today. They cared enough to share this with you. Get your questions answered and invite you to choose the X39 wholesale starter kit that's right for you. So God bless you all. Thanks for being with us tonight, and share the light, be the light with LifeWave. Thank you. Good night.